Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me again for another video. Today we're going to be talking about the AFC and NFC Championship games this weekend. Definitely going to be an exciting one to look forward to as we have the Bills and Chiefs go against each other in the AFC, as well as the Packers and Buccaneers in the NFC. So we've got some really great matchups, as well as some pretty big storylines that's going down between now and then. So a lot to dive into, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how all of this plays out so I can share it with you guys. So we have a recap of how the playoffs have gone so far. Last week, the Browns, the Baltimore Ravens, the New Orleans Saints, as well as the LA Rams were all eliminated. And for the Browns, it was really good for them to just make it this far, honestly. I mean, in terms of what expectations have been over the last couple of decades, for them to be able to say that they've got a playoff win, that was huge for them, very huge for them. Although they did end up injuring Patrick Mahomes, and that's going to definitely have an impact moving forward for the Chiefs, in the hopes that they have at winning the Super Bowl again. Definitely that's going to be key, and they're going to need Patrick Mahomes to clear the concussion protocol, which isn't so easy to clear because you've got to make sure that the individual is healthy. I know that Andy Reid did state that if this was going by the old rules, he probably would have gotten back in the game. So that goes to show that I believe that he will be playing this week. I believe he's healthy enough to play, but at the same time they got to be caution when it comes to putting him out there. His future is far more important than just one more championship. So that is definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. For the Ravens, I know Lamar Jackson, he got hurt in that game, but even before then, it was not looking that great. And quite frankly, I thought he was going to do a little better. I will say that. I knew Buffalo could win that game, and there's a good chance that they would. I put my faith in Lamar, and well, hey, at least he got a playoff win this year. That's the start of maybe something that he can continue to work on next year. Who knows? Maybe he'll get two. We'll see. And as for in the NFC, the Rams, they had quarterback questions going into that. Injuries was pretty tough on them throughout. But for them to be able to make it this far, that was pretty good for them. I know Sean McVay, he needed a season like this in terms of just, gathering the Rams' faith in the organization and him really moving forward. So I'm interested in seeing how he's going to be approaching the off season in terms of addressing, the quarterback position as well as others on the team. And then these Saints, have we seen the last of Drew Brees? It sure looked like it after the game for him to be spending time with Tom Brady for about 2 hours, just tossing the football, Brady to his kids. And then there was a video of him talking to Jameis Winston pretty much, and it seemed like he was telling Jameis, this is your team moving forward. So I don't know if the Saints agree with that, but it's definitely going to be something that we're going to have to keep an eye on moving forward. An interesting timeline. Is it going to really be up to Jameis Winston? Is it going to be Taysom Hill? Is it going to be somebody else? The Saints could be looking to perhaps replace him through the draft. I doubt that's going to be the most realistic scenario, just given where they're going to be drafting in the draft. And so you want to see what you currently got now. So there's a lot to be discussed for the Saints. And I do wonder. Obviously we saw Phillip Rivers. He retired. So I did a video on that. I wonder if Ben Roethlisberger will be next. Same draft class as Phillip Rivers. He didn't have a great season, especially towards the end. And he's definitely been injured. He's talked in the past about retirement. It's clear that he loves the game, but it may be time for him to hang it up as well. But we'll see. We will see if that's what they choose to do. I know that they signed Dwayne Haskins to come in and be a backup there. So I'm hoping that Ben Roethlisberger can come back for one more year so Dwayne Haskins can learn from him and actually mature watching how it's done with organizations such as the Steelers. And so that's going to be something that's going to be interesting moving forward, I think. So in the AFC matchup for the championship game, I've got the Chiefs over the Bills. Now this, in my opinion, is especially if Patrick Mahomes is able to play. If he's able to go out there and play, I've got the Chiefs winning. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a good one. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they're going to come out ready to play. They know that a lot of people are, shortchanging them. And so they're going to be motivated for this. But I just feel that being down in Kansas City, they are the defending champs for a reason. They had the whole been there, did that type of thing. And they're still hungry to defend, so they can get a repeat. So I've got the Chiefs winning, and I'm under the impression, with all indications seeming like Patrick Mahomes is going to play. So this pick is made with that in mind, with the Chiefs topping the Bills. So the Packers and the Buccaneers, this one right here, so many great storylines heading into the game. Brady versus Rodgers. Is this Rodgers had an MVP caliber of a season. He's clearly shown that he still is that guy. And he's making his case for why he's the top quarterback in the game. The offense definitely has looked incredible this year. Like I guess drafting Jordan Love really motivated him this season. But then Tom Brady, new team, different scenario. They didn't win the division that he's accustomed to winning ever since he's pretty much been in the league. And so he's having to do it as a wild card. But hey, if he can win this, they get a home game and get to be the first team to host a Super Bowl at your home stadium. So that would definitely be something that would really, that I know it's really driving and motivating Brady to go out there and perform at a high level. And I think that this one's going to be a very exciting game. Unlike the first time that these two teams played where Tampa Bay dominated, Green Bay is going to want to come out and get to a lead early. There's a little bit of history between Aaron Rodgers and Ndamukong Suh. A lot of trash talking, or in Aaron Rodgers' terms, some things being left out of communication. And so this is going to be one of those business type of things. We're not going out there to make friends. We're going out there to win this game. Both quarterbacks, this can be very huge for their legacy, and they understand legacy moments, And then coming into this game, that both teams, they have tremendous running backs, which could obviously play a big factor this late in the season. Which running back, is it going to be, Aaron Jones, he's going to be able to run wild out there, against a very good, some great run stoppers that Tampa Bay has out there. Then the combination of, Rojo and what he can do and Leonard Fournette, those guys are going to be hungry. They're going to be real hungry. But the question is for those guys is it going to be too cold for them? Obviously Leonard Fournette, coming from Jacksonville, and then it's just a lot of those guys I wonder on Tampa Bay, do they have the guys that are used to playing in that type of weather? Obviously, we're trying to get to the Super Bowl, so we're going to go out there and compete hard, but will it impact them? We'll have to see. I've got the Packers winning this one 38-35, and a close one, folks. Really close. So yeah, I've still got the same projection that I had when we were talking during the wild card weekend. I've got the Packers and the Chiefs going against each other. Perfect rematch of the first Super Bowl. I think it'll be fitting to come full circle around. In terms of who's winning, I know I've been saying the Chiefs for the longest, but I'm definitely going to want to think about this one a little bit longer if this is indeed the matchup as opposed to who's going to win. But I tell you what, this is the Super Bowl that we all deserve to see. Two marquee quarterbacks, prime example, of what you want from a quarterback and what a great quarterback can do for a team. So teams out there that are looking for a quarterback, I know there's going to be a lot of teams in the offseason that's looking for one. These are definitely guys that you have in mind that set the standard, for what you're looking for in the draft, or either when you sign a quarterback to come in and be that starter. So definitely going to be an exciting Sunday watching the games. I'm definitely looking forward to it and can't wait until we have our Super Bowl matchup so I can discuss it with you guys. Until then, be sure to enjoy the games, and I look forward to speaking with you guys next time.